Back to our channel once again. We are the gatekeepers. I am Emoli Edwin.
At Dennis Keton.
Match week 31. We are on the EPL. We are back on the EPL after bringing you the Champions League. And just a quick one. Europa League was played yesterday where we saw Roma lost. Juventus won by 1-0 against Sporting CP. Manchester United were held on a 2-2 draw. On the other side, West Ham also drew 1-1, right? So straight into it to match week 31 EPL, Saturday 15th April 2023. Aston Villa against Newcastle, early kickoff, exactly 14:30 EAT.
Guys, we are in it. We are back in Premier League after coming from the Champions League quarterfinals first leg. So we are here. So straight to it. Early kickoff, Aston Villa are going to face Newcastle. Both teams are similar in one thing. They are two teams who have actually regained their form. They're actually scoring goals and they're winning their matches. So in match week 30, Aston Villa won their match. Same to Newcastle, who did the unthinkable and also won their match. Now stepping into match 31, Aston Villa will be at Villa Park welcoming Newcastle. There is a new boy in town, a boy in form. This is Ole Watkins, the new reborn goal scorer. He's scoring goals left, right and center. So I think Newcastle should be very, very much afraid of him. Then the defense line of Aston Villa seems to have awakened up. Tyrone Mings leading the back line, and of course Martinez, the keeper. They seem to be doing everything correct because clean sheets nowadays are something which they are doing as often as possible. But remember, they are facing the kings of clean sheet in the Premier League as we speak right now. These are Newcastle. Newcastle are back at it again, scoring goals as if it's nothing and ensuring that they win their matches. As we speak,
Especially Isak. That's his boy.
Isak, right? Isak is back on fire. Then also Wilson is reborn. Wilson has scored, currently he's scoring goals like never before. So in this match, allow me to say that Bruno Guimaraes will always be impressive as always. Almiron still he will be missing in this match, but his pace is of course well sorted. Just a summary of this. Allow me to just take it back to Pogba and see what he thinks about it before I tell you how the match will end.
Alan saying Maximin will terrorize this defense of Aston Villa, but Aston Villa, they have a very good center backs, let me say, a very good back line of Tyrone Mings, and I feel like this one, although I wish it was a draw, but to be honest, Newcastle right now, let's just give them a heads up. Newcastle 2-1.
Newcastle 2-1, huh? On this one, even though I know it's going to be a difficult one, goals will be scored, but on the flip side, just as Pogba just told you, I'm also banking on what he's saying. I feel like Newcastle are unbogable, Newcastle are unterrifiable, so you can't bogo them, which means they are coming in this match to win. So give them 3-1, Oli Watkins to score the solitary goal, and of course Newcastle will do what they do best. So they win that, they continue with their chase of maintaining position 3, and it is what it is. So let's see how it goes. So 3-1 for me.
Chelsea versus Brighton at exactly 17:00 hours. Chelsea, to be honest, they are still continuing with a bad form, very bad form. It's their first time since 1993. I read it well. They have gone four consecutive matches without scoring. I have a question. Do you guys score in training session? Anyway, Chelsea have gone 4 consecutive matches without scoring. I don't know why. Their latest defeat came from 2-0 in Santiago Bernabeu. They're back in England, and before that, you lost to Wolves by a goal. Facing another team which is very much impressive this season, to be honest. They're also good in terms of keeping clean sheets. They're coming to face a Chelsea which is struggling, where at Stamford Bridge.
So guys, Chelsea will be at the bridge to welcome Brighton, of course. This is going to be a big game. But before we continue, as you can see, today I'm donning a Gor Mahia jersey. So they say that you can't lose in every department. Back here in Kenya, I'm a great supporter of Gor Kogalo, yeah? Currently, we are position 1 in the league, and of course, chances are we will be clinching this league. So, Gor Mahia, one of the biggest clubs in Africa or in Kenya. So, yes, but straight to it, my other team, Chelsea. Chelsea facing Brighton. We are meeting Brighton, a team that forced a 3-3 draw with Tottenham in match week 30, right? So, that in match week 30 last weekend. Okay. So, in this match week 31 is they're going to face Chelsea. Remember, it's going to be a crazy one because Chelsea, since being under the caretaker government of Frank Lampard has lost all the games, but Chelsea needs to improve on specific things. They are not scoring goals, and there's an issue. I don't know. It needs to be resolved. In the first leg, I remember this game was very interesting. We were at the Amex Stadium, and Brighton demolished Chelsea by 4-1
underground.
We all remember Trossard scoring the first goal with an assist from Mitoma, and we had 2 own goals. Chalobah did an own boss. Then Kai Havertz is the one who scored the solitary goal. So having said that, I feel like Mitoma will be at his best in this game. Of course, McAllister and Co. So for Chelsea, I feel like a lot needs to be done, especially in the front line. We need to make sure that we score. Of course, I'm impressed with the midfield of Kovacic, N'Golo Kante, and Enzo Fernandez. And the back line, in the Champions League, Koulibaly got an injury. He left before the match finished because of, I believe it was a hamstring. But let's see how it goes. So on this game, I feel like it's going to be a difficult one, and straight to it, I'm not going to lie to you. Even though we will be at the bridge, I fear for our lives. So this is a match which allow me to give it to Brighton to win by 2-1 because it's possible. Chelsea needs to put their act together.
Lampard spoke to the players after the defeat. I'm hoping that at least they digested in something coming to this game at Stamford Bridge. On the other hand, Brighton right now, these people, they're just so good, believe me, so good. This one, I'll go with the 2-0 in favor of Brighton, simply because even scoring, Chelsea has a problem. 2-0. Everton versus Fulham. Again, this will also be played at 17:00. Now, Everton lost to Manchester United by 2-0. Facing Fulham, a team which is also, it started very well, but along the way becoming shaky. I guess it's fatigue. Everton will be at home, so I'm going with Everton to bounce back and win this game by at least 1-0.
Fulham have lost its last 5 matches, which is crazy. The last 5 matches they have played, they have actually lost. So they are facing Everton, which also have been lukewarm, winning, losing, drawing. But considering that the Toffees will be at home, I want to give them an advantage of being at home. And this game, it's always been a difficult one. It's never simple. So I'm going with a 2-2 draw.
Southampton against Crystal Palace. Crystal demolished somebody 5-1. Mm-hmm. It was Leeds. We are so sorry. Facing Southampton, who they're facing relegation. Okay, a relegation battle. They're in a relegation battle. To be honest, these people are reborn. I'm going with Crystal Palace 3-1.
Southampton, they will be at home.
Yes.
So this will be another crazy one. I know Crystal Palace, they are motivated considering that they realize that they can officially score goals. And on the other hand, Southampton is a team which you need to be afraid of them, especially because of where they are right now. They are facing relegation battle. So this is a game which is not going to be an easy one. So allow me to go with Southampton to win by 1-0.
By the way, this season, some big names are going to face relegation. Be sure of that.
I'm afraid of Leicester, but it is what it is.
Same to Tottenham. No, not Tottenham. Same to Southampton. Anyway, Tottenham against Bournemouth. Tottenham will be at home. Facing Bournemouth, Son scored his 100th goal. And Tottenham being at home against Bournemouth. Tottenham is another team which is unpredictable. They win, and matches you expect them to win, they lose. This one, please, let me just go with the 1-1 draw.
1-1 draw.
Yes.
So Bournemouth versus Tottenham is never an easy game. In the first leg when they met at the Britannia Stadium, the match ended 3-2. So Tottenham won 3-2. And as we all remember, it was a highly pressured match. So right now, as they face each other in the second leg, I feel like Tottenham have a lot to offer in this game, especially now that they are chasing also for the top 4 position. So I feel like even though they have been wavering, they have not been as consistent as we would want. This is a match whereby I feel like Tottenham should be able to win. Is this Tottenham? They won't be having their coach, right? Mm-hmm. Their coach got a red, Mr. Stanley. Mm-hmm. He got a red card.
They'll have Ryan Mason again.
Ryan Mason again, yeah? Mm-hmm. So I have to apologize. I told you that Brighton played against Tottenham in match week 30, which was not the same because Tottenham, their match in match week 30, they won. Huh? Brighton lost.
Yes.
So correction on that. So I feel like Tottenham will be coming to the Cherries to win this match, even though we know what Bournemouth can do, especially after causing a scare to Arsenal. Mm-hmm. And again, Bournemouth won in match week 30. So be afraid of these people. They are on the rise. So give Tottenham to win by 3-1.
3-1. Billing will be on the score sheet in my 1-1 prediction. Wolves against Brentford. Another big game. Wolves will be at Molineux. Facing Brentford, and this one is a match where I feel Brentford will come into this match because I believe they have something they're fighting for this season to play European football alongside Brighton and Co. So with this one, straight into it, I'm going with Brentford at least to Wolves. They're not that good either, to be honest. But regardless, Brentford coming into this game, Brentford are the team on form right now. So Brentford to win this game, but at least 3-1. They get a chance. Brentford, if they always get a chance, they will beat you mercilessly. 3-1 in favor of Brentford.
3-1, yeah. The last time they met in the first leg, the match ended in a draw. Wolves coming into this match motivated after winning against Chelsea. On the other side, Brentford lost. They lost, right?
Yes.
Tony got 2 penalties. He scored 1. He lost 1. Nick Pope was very impressive in that match, but it is what it is. So that's the match that Newcastle won by how many goals?
2-1.
2-1, huh? So, guys, Brentford are not in the habit of losing consecutive games. So you better give it up to them, of course, with their main people who plays awesome football. Henry, of course, in the front we have people like Mbuemo and Tony. So it's going to be crazy. So I feel like beast mode will be activated, and this match I'm going with Brentford to actually win it by 2-1. Brentford, you better do revenge for your London boys.
Definitely. Not forgetting Wisa.
Yeah, Wisa.
Sauti Sol.
Super sub.
They call him Sauti Sol.
Sauti Sol.
The cinema. Man City against Leicester at Etihad. This one is just for sure, to be honest. Man City's form at Etihad. Ask Bayern Munich. It's very, very... These boys are on form right now. To be honest, Haaland, 2 goals. Leicester will concede 4-1.
The last time Leicester met Man City, the match ended 1-0. A goal which was scored by Kevin De Bruyne, I recall very well. Man City have won 2 games in like 4 days. In match week 30, they won their fixture when Haaland made a comeback and he scored a brace. That game Man City won by 4-1, right? Then in midweek in the Champions League, they faced Bayern Munich and they kept a clean sheet. They won that match by 3-0. Once again, Haaland was on the score sheet. Bernardo Silva was on the score sheet. And who else? Not Mahrez, Grealish was on the score sheet. So today, as they will be facing Leicester, trust you me guys, guns blazing, considering now that they have seen an opportunity and a chance for them to be able to clinch this trophy and grab it away from Arsenal. I feel like that's a big motivation for them. So this one I'm going with a 4-0 win for Leicester.
In that game, by the way, against Bayern, it was Bernardo Silva.
Bernardo?
Yes, he was on the score sheet and he played a very brilliant game. West Ham against Arsenal. West Ham, they drew 1-1 in the recent match they played in the Europa League. They were held very badly. They will be at home against Arsenal.
This is a London derby. The Hammers facing the Gunners. So this will always be a crazy big game. So for me, this is what I'm going to say. At least I can say that since West Ham also played in the Conference League, they are equally fatigued. Arsenal have been resting, which means there are people who have been enjoying themselves out here. And if we compare the two, West Ham doesn't have the experience of playing many games then coming over the weekend. So if they're going to meet a well-rested Arsenal and an Arsenal who actually right now are seeing the threat very close, who these are Man City, I feel like they are going to play this game like never before. Give Arsenal a win on this. It can be 2-0, 2-1, but it's going to be very competitive. But Arsenal should win by, let me give them a clean sheet, 2-0.
2-1 in favor of Arsenal for me. Nottingham Forest against Manchester United. Well, to be honest, this season Manchester United we have met Nottingham Forest like how many? Three times.
Three times.
Yeah, they've both conceded 3-3 everywhere.
3-3-2.
3-3-2, right? So this one, since Nottingham Forest will be at home, they were brilliant at some point, but they are now cracking. I don't know what's the problem. But irregardless, this one I'm going in with Manchester to win. But I don't see a clean sheet because of many reasons. So this one, I'm going with 3-1 in favor of Manchester United.
Manchester United won against Sevilla in the Europa League on Thursday. They drew, sorry. I was counting. Okay. I think I was counting the 30th second goal for Sancho, but it was an offside. Huh?
Yes.
So the match ended 2-2 with 2 on goals from 2 great defenders. This is Malacia and Maguire, but it is football. That's how it is. So if they're going to meet Nottingham Forest away, this is going to be a game which, in the first leg, Manchester United won
3-0 comfortably.
So in the second leg, the fact that Nottingham Forest, they are dwindling and Manchester United have something to fight for in position 3. So I feel like it's Manchester United's match to win. So if they want to lose, then it's up to them. But I feel like it's going to be a 1-0. Then in this game, we can almost confirm to you 100% that Rashford will be absent from it because of the hamstring which he got. So 1-0.
1-0. Leeds against Liverpool. This match will be played on Monday. Leeds against Liverpool. They met. Yes, they met. Who won? First leg.
Wait.
This one is a crazy. I think Leeds won. If I'm not, Leeds won. Now Leeds will be at Elland Road, and this match, Leeds against Liverpool, is not always a good match. So Liverpool fans, this is not a match to smile about. To be honest, Leeds. Let me just give it a 1-1, but I see a 2-1 win in favor of Leeds. 2-1 win in favor of Leeds.
I wouldn't be surprised. But if Liverpool were to play the way they played against Chelsea, then Liverpool has something to offer. If Liverpool are to play the way they play against Arsenal in the second half, then Liverpool has something they can brag about. So Firmino sent a message to Klopp that he still has his scoring boot, and of course Salah missed a penalty in that Arsenal match, but it is what it is. So that match by then ended in 2-2.
Yes.
It was a draw. Yeah? So this one I feel like Klopp needs to win. He feels like he must win, but they are going to Leeds a team that lost in match week 30. So I feel like Leeds are continuing. They will continue to lose. Man City, Liverpool will be in this game to win. So I'm going with Man City are in my head. I'm going with Liverpool to win by 3-1.
3-1. I'm with the Leeds, and we will see come Monday.
We'll see who will be leading the way, right? So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for always keeping it the Gatekeepers TV, your #1 sporting channel across board. So we want to wish you a lovely weekend. Enjoy, and remember that continue keeping it football, continue keeping it the Gatekeepers, because we love you all. So until next time, guys, it's a wrap. And again, congratulations to our very own Omanyala for winning your race in South Africa. You always keep on doing what you do. So go Omanyala.